to go. But we got to go to their house. That's going to be a challenge. But the way we playing, let's go, baby. Let's go.
The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Western Michigan Broncos.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Iowa State's offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye, the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs. And
turning it on! Gets away from one, finds some space. Past the 20. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after big play up top.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Cyclones will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. got it behind the line. It's Lee. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. After getting nothing on the last snap, let's see if they try to run it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will take the field for the first time. Looking for room, it's Robinson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go right back to it. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese, the bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing outside of just being a talented football team.
And he takes it. Touchdown, Broncos!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Leaves it with the back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get the corner. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my... ...10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got the first down and more. Open space at the 25.
guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it much better. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Got his man on the right. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Wheeler. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what a great play by that quarterback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when he's throwing one of those quick passes like that, nice job by the quarterback.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold it to a field goal.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get him.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Back to pass on second down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Touch pass on the right. Finds some fresh air. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. They'll run the toss. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. Power football with the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Broncos will go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They can't corral the pass. The ball's on the ground. How in the world did the offense retain possession? A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. At the 35, he's got more. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On the run, run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversation.
There he goes. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Broncos. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
28, Iowa State, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The option look. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Cyclones will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Warren. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the...
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Creates a little space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can shoot some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trying to keep this drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
And the Broncos back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Second leaves it. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Game 2 brings up second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Carr. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the first down. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force them into 3rd and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but man, got to do a better.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Michigan. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for them.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Broncos trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry up. Trying to slam it. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up with it?
Sneaks into the end zone.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held them so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. And the Cyclones come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Big play to start the drive, a little tougher since. Now a crucial third down on this drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Robinson. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And it slips just inside that right upright. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He'll pull it down and run. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Carr. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
There he goes! The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alexander. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over, There's not a lot to gain from it, but some...
And the defense gets home with the pressure and knocking down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and they'll take it in. Touchdown, Cyclones!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Dave. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the ground. He's got it again. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Touchdown, Iowa State. A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. You need an onside. You need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great...
Fires one high and deep. Give him 6. Touchdown, Broncos! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Bringing the heat. And the defense drags him down.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it in the middle. It's marked. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Cyclones want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Timeout, Western Michigan.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Wants to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly...
It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll line up to go for two. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Under fire. He's into the end zone for the two and extends the lead.
As It's nice to have a running back at the quarterback spot, a guy that can make that second play. Looks like a pass. What can he do? He turns it into a run, finds the end zone, gets a 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Play till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can